last one is the if I takeaway technique. If I were to give you $5,000 for this car, if I were to give you $168 million for this house, if I were to buy this shirt today, I need you, and you add something. You pull something else in. You take, if I close on the house by Friday, the only price I can give you is this. I'm ready to close, it's cash, and I can close the deal by Friday. We're ready because we're cash buyers. I can do it right now. I don't have to ask a mortgage company. All we got to do is run title, and we'll close that sucker Friday. You have a deal. But if I close it by Friday, this is the price. If I had a friend of mine used to buy investment property, and he used this all the time. He would walk through a home that the people were selling, and they appeared to be desperate to sell, and he would look for the item that was out of place. It was an item of pride that they obviously liked. I mean, they're living in a dump of a house, and they got a $40,000 bass boat out there, right? Or they're living in a little dump of a house, and they got an $800 refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that's out of place. And he would say, well, you know, I see that you're asking, I don't know, make up a number, $100,000 for this house. And I can buy the house for $100,000, but if I do, you're going to have to throw in that bass boat. And they're going, oh, no, I can't throw in the bass boat. That bass boat, you can't take my bass boat. That's my baby. You don't want my baby. I can't throw in the baby with my house. And so then the way he turned it is they would say all of that, and he'd say, well, if I don't take the bass boat, then what else are you going to give me? We're going to have to come off on price. As if he ever had the bass boat. See how the deal works. So if I do this, if we move forward in this way, then we're going to add this to the deal. I'm going to get a little better deal. I'm going to get a little another nibble in there. The second key to opening the door to huge bargains is that you must have patience. I got to tell you, this is my hardest one. I do it as a matter of discipline, but it is not my nature to have patience. My wife can have patience. She can wait. That's one of her strengths in this. She'll wait them out. She'll just sit down and go, But I mean, she can wait 2 months, she can wait 2 years, and me, I want it right now, and I'm tired of fooling with you. Again, Roger Fisher's book, he says the people that win negotiations have the most information and the most patience. The most information, the most patience. International negotiations, the United States team comes in and they rent a suite of hotel rooms to begin the negotiations. Team comes in from the Far East to begin the negotiations, they buy a villa. We're going to be here a while. Different mentality. They're there to wait this thing out. We're going to play long-term for keeps. Again, don't get married to the purchase because you lose your patience. You get this, I want it, I need it, you get the fever going. And that gets you into a big mess. Back when I was in the real estate business, I had a young lady working for me, and she and her husband were looking for their first home. And they didn't want just any home. They wanted a home with some acreage, and they wanted a certain design of a home. They had this idea of a certain place out in the country that they wanted. And I told her, I said, we're buying foreclosures all the time. If you'll wait, we can get you a deal. But you're going to have to wait. It's going to take time. And every so often, I mean, another month would go by, and they'd be out looking at houses, and they're looking at some retail deal, and I'd have to talk them down. No, wait. I talked them down for a year and a half. And I talked them down 20 times in a year and a half. Talked them out of buying. I'll tell you what, then I stumbled upon one. A credit union had foreclosed on this place, and we bought it for them. The appraisal on the property, I wrote it down, was $134,500. We had the house appraised when we were buying it. We were able to purchase it for $54,000. Patience pays off. You'll never get a bargain if you don't ask for it. It's vital that you shop around, even for banking and insurance. Let's talk about banking for a minute. Every bank has their own fee schedule. Read and make sure you understand everything before you open up the account. How many checks can you write? Do they have free checking for students? How much do ATM withdrawals cost? What interest is paid on your balance on your checking, if any? What's the penalty if I go below the minimum balance? Insurance rates? Now they're out of control for people your age. You are getting that good driver discount, right? Yeah, right. Did you know that you can call different insurance companies and get free quotes? Don't assume you're getting the best rate. In fact, it's a good idea to call for quotes every couple of years, even if you're happy with your insurance. Ask them what discounts they offer. It might be worth buying the club or something like that if you end up saving money. If you don't want to change companies, ask them if they can match the quote from the other insurance agency. What you have to do is you have to hunt it down and kill it and then drag it home. Be an aware consumer. Understand everything before you sign up for it. Third key to opening the door to huge bargains is you must know where to find the deals. You must know where to look for the deals. Now, I'm an old Tennessee boy. I grew up in Tennessee, and in Tennessee, when we would go camping back in the woods somewhere when I was a kid, many times there'd be a nice, beautiful mountain stream there. Gorgeous, kind of cold water. You guys know what I'm talking about, say yes. And we'd go out there and we'd have our shorts on, or we'd roll up our pants, and we'd wade out there about to our knees, and we'd be looking. And we would be hunting for what we in Tennessee call crawdads. Little freshwater shrimpy looking things, for those of you that hadn't ever had the pleasure. And so we'd be looking for, and of course they hide under rocks, don't they? And so you'd turn over the rock, and the current of the stream coming by would move the silt away that was stirred up when you turned over the rock, and there sat the little guy. Now, when you first start doing it, you grab him behind the pinchers, but if you're really cool later, you're a real man, you just grab him and let him pinch you, you know? But after doing that for a little while, even as a little kid, 8 or 10 years old or 6 years old out there, you'll begin to say, hey, that rock has something under it. That one won't. And you can kind of identify by the way they're sitting there on the other rocks whether or not there's probably a crawdaddy under there that we're going to be able to get or not. Bargains are the same way. They lay in certain places. The rocks look a certain way. And as you begin to get a nose for hunting bargains and you live your life looking for bargains, you'll start to go, ooh, there's one over there.